Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Boleyn Lounge. My name's Jeff, and these are my thoughts on the Palace game. After our defeat against Villa, we went into the Palace fixture really needing 3 points, I thought, with City coming up next, and it'd be a tough start if we lost there and then took a bit of a hide into City, which could happen to any team. So it's really important to first of all get 3 points, I think, and might even been performance a little bit secondary in this one, perhaps. But the first half was pretty even. Possession was about 50-50, and the game was about 50-50 really in large parts. Palace probably carved out the best chances, caught us on the break a little bit. We got a little bit exposed once or twice, and I think Edouard got through quite early in the game, had one-on-one chance, and Areola saved. Eze, he got through one-on-one, probably should have scored, to be fair. Areola makes a good save, but I really think Eze should have probably tucked that one away. And then Eze, very, very unlucky just before half-time, strikes the ball beautifully, curling away from the goalkeeper towards the top corner, and just catches the bar, and he's quite unlucky not to score there, really. We carved out a few chances ourselves, a few half chances here and there. Probably the best chance fell to Antonio from a corner. He's completely missed a header at the back post, and if he gets anything on, then it's probably a goal. But certainly, we might consider ourselves a little bit fortunate not to be, a goal or maybe two down at half time. But you ride your luck sometimes, and I was a bit frustrated at half time. I felt that you can see what we're trying to do. We are trying to keep the ball a little bit more, trying to, actually pass to a player in a current blue shirt more often than not. But it's clearly early stages and it's breaking down a little bit too easily at the moment. So we were kind of knocking the ball across the back and to the goalkeeper and out and across the back. We kind of looked a bit ideas at times. Ended up lumping it as long, and it's no wonder Bowen didn't shine when he's looking to compete for balls that are coming 60 yards away in the air. It's not really his game, is it? And Souček was far up the pitch, but I mean, he didn't win a lot. And even if we did win those balls that were pushed up there was no one really close enough to win it to make anything work or fall. So I found that a little bit frustrating at half time, but like I said, you can see where it's going, and hopefully we won't bypass the midfield quite as much with as many long balls, and we didn't do in the second half. Yeah, the second half was a bit better from us, and although we had lower possession in the second half, we did reduce the number of long balls that we had to play. It wasn't quite as hoofy in my eyes anyway. Of course, the subs changed the game. Lopetegui made the change on just after 60 minutes. He brought on Wan-Bissaka for Kufal, who in fairness did struggle in the game. And he brought Fulkrug on for Antonio, who again, he struggled in the game. He struggled against Villa, and he struggled to be effective against Palace, really, on Saturday as well. So about 5 minutes after we made those first changes, Wan-Bissaka picks up the ball, edge of the box. He rides quite a heavy challenge, actually, does really well, picks himself up and keeps his feet, carries the ball deep into the Palace half, and loses his footing a little bit, but manages to tuck the ball inside to Bowen, who comes onto that, plays a ball across. Paqueta hits it pretty wide. Fair, I think it was going closer to the corner flag than it was the goal. But it cannons off a Palace defender and down into the box, bit of a scramble. Fulkrug looks a little bit clumsy there, ball stuck a little bit round his feet, but it bounces off his heel, breaks out to Souček, who steps onto it and strokes it into the net, to be fair to him. So 1-0 to the Hammers, and a little bit scrappy, but you take your breaks, don't you? And yeah, we get the goal, and during the celebrations, obviously the ball boy's getting squashed by the collapsed hoardings, which is pretty poor, really, from a safety perspective. That things like that could happen quite so easily. But that aside, Souček, not only a goal hero, runs over and saves the ball boy to boot. So fair play, Tommy Souček. Sure, anyone would have done the same thing in his position, but isn't it great to see? He's probably endeared himself to the country with that. And then 5 minutes later on, we go on to get our second goal, and this time it's Kilman that steps out of defence and carries the ball through the midfield, goes past a couple of players, gets into the Palace half, and he plays a beautiful through ball to Bowen, who steps onto it. Fulkrug makes a lovely run one side of Bowen, takes a bit one of the centre half's eyes away, gives him something to think about. And Wan-Bissaka is tearing up on the other side of him, so the centre half's, he's got a bit of a decision to make. He's got a bit of a potential 2-on-1 situation there. Bowen does more though, no more, just steps inside and smashes the ball. Beautiful goal, and well done, Bowen. Very proud to be captain and scoring clearly, which he indicated. So chuffed to bits for him. And Fulkrug missed a chance late in the game there. He dilly-dallied a little bit, got his shot a little bit late. It was one of those that, he could score, but not necessarily. But it was a bit criminal for him to take quite so long and then not get a shot on target. I think he has to force a save out of the goalkeeper, which he failed to do. But I think he will get better, and he showed bits when he came on. He looks like a player who's settling into a new league in a new team. But I think he will be effective for us. I think he can, as they all get to know each other and the system a little bit better, things start clicking a bit more. I think he could be an important player for us going forwards. Alvarez came on for Souček and got best part of 20 minutes. Really good to see him back. We've definitely missed him in the Villa game, and hopefully he's well on his way to full match fitness. And he will definitely make a difference in the middle of the park there when he's up for selection. Just to finish off, using 5 substitutes in a game, 2 games in a row. What positive that is. Todibo came on for Kudus and Cresswell for Emerson on 88, 89 minutes. So they got a few minutes, 5, 6 minutes each. Just short the game up, see it out. No problems there. And a good job done by all, and a really, really important 3 points, I would suggest. I'm just going to bring the team up now that started and kind of go through a little bit that player by player. I'm not really going to rate them one thing another, touch on their performances a little bit. So this is the way the team started. Here, let me just. So we had Areola in goal, kind of as predicted. In fact, in our preview, if you watched it, we pretty much predicted the same 11. Apart from, I thought AWB would come in for Kufel at right back. That didn't happen. Lopetegui stuck with the same 11, and okay, that's it. That was his choice. I know there was a lot of dissension before the game, but we keep saying we need to trust in the project and trust in Lopetegui and the decision making being made there. Well, we're 2 games in. He's got players to ease in. On a positive side, we've seen 6 debutants in 2 games now. So I don't think we can really accuse him of not easing in or using the new players. So we're clearly a work in progress, as I said earlier, and I think it will come. We definitely looked better and Wan-Bissaka introduced into the game. So Kufel struggled a little bit exposed. Although I don't think he's entirely helped by his starting position up the pitch. I think it kind of almost fail a little bit. But that's how Lopetegui wants to play. And if he's not able to do it, and Wan-Bissaka is, then his shirt's up for grabs. It's simple as that. Mavropanos. Well, I'm not entirely convinced by Mavropanos. He does good things in games that make me sit up and look and think, oh yeah, there's a player. And then he does some silly things, or is unaware positionally, gives the ball away cheaply, and you think, oh, there's the mistakes that are going to cost us if he keeps doing it. He made a couple of mistakes in this game, which could have cost us. He passed the ball inexplicably, really, to Eze, who seized on that. And Mavropanos did get back and blocked the shot in the end, which looped over onto the bar, but he just shouldn't have conceded that chance at all. But I don't want to be too hard on him. There's a new centre-back pair in there with Kilman and Mavropanos or whoever else. So, they do need time, but he does worry me a little bit. Moving on to Kilman, I mean, he looks superb coming in. He looks like he's going to be first choice centre back, and it's who plays alongside him. I'm pretty impressed with him against Villa. A couple of times we're playing a bit of a high line, but again, it's kind of a bit of a very new system for us and even our established players, let alone new players coming in to all work together. I think that will get better, but he was superb on Saturday against Palace, and his assist for Bowen's goal was fantastic. Man of the match for me. Emerson had a pretty decent game, got up and down. Do worry about him a bit defensively. He wasn't especially exposed in this game, but a couple of times recently I've watched worry about crosses coming in a little bit too easily. But we're in early season, and let's see how it pans out. But overall, not too much to criticise Emerson for. Rodriguez looks like he, although it's a very different midfield he was up against this week, looked like he's already adjusting to the pace of the Premier League. Looked much better. He's a good footballer. I'm quite looking forward to perhaps seeing him and Alvarez alongside each other in games. He had a pretty decent game overall, so no problems there. Paqueta for me, another relatively quiet game for him. I worry about him. His ball retention at times. I know he's a creative player, and when he's trying to do clever things, play cute passes, and return over possession, you're going to expect that from your creative players. But there are times when he dilly-dallies on the ball, doesn't release it, gets caught, pretends he's fouled, all of that stuff. And he really needs to cut that out of his game. And that's really all I've got to say on Paqueta. I don't think he had his greatest game, but we know he's a wonderful player. And we come to Souček. Well, I mean, what can we say about Thomas Souček? He's just he sort of runs around a lot like a headless chicken. It appears. He does a lot of donkey work. He shuts down. He covers a lot of ground. But technically, we all know he's not the greatest footballer, and we all worry about him with the ball at his feet, unless he's in the 18-yard box, and then he's really dangerous. And whether the ball be on the ground or in the air, he knows where the goal is, and he's a nuisance. So he gets his goal, he saves the ball boy. Can't really criticise him too much. He's not the greatest footballer. I don't think he will be a fixture in the team throughout the season. If some of our signings that we're linked with come in, and we need to make room for them, and we're going to try and play football in midfield a bit more, then Souček looks like the obvious casualty. But so far, in 2 games, he's been involved in goals and goal scoring, so can't be too harsh on him. Kudus, down the left-hand side, he does his bits. I don't think he had his best game. A couple of times he dropped inside, got on the ball, and we see how strong he is. he holds people off, takes people on. He gets past 3 or 4 players at times. I don't even touch it. He's superb when he does those things. He was busy enough. Didn't look too happy at the end. But I think he's probably a little bit frustrated. But again, this is a fledgling team at the start of the season, and I fully expect to see do some different roles through the season and be more effective in certain games than perhaps he was on Saturday. But he didn't have a bad game. He's dangerous, and he attracts players towards him. So there's space elsewhere. So even if he's not at his sparkling best, he still influences the game. Bowen, he was out of the game large parts in the first half, but as I alluded to, I don't think the balls that were played up to him in large parts of that first half were very helpful for him. Doesn't help him shine, and we saw Bowen do what Bowen does in the goal involvements, where he provides a ball into the box that leads to the first goal and scores the second goal. And if we can get Bowen with the ball at his feet, running at people around him, that's where we're going to see the effectiveness of Bowen. Antonio, largely ineffective in the game. That's 2 bad games in a row for Antonio. Really, if I'm honest, I was sort of expecting a little bit more from him this week and last week, and been a bit disappointed. He is better than he's shown, probably. Fulkrug comes on, like I say, I think he did his bits in the game. I think he influenced the game in his own way. Probably, maybe not should have had a goal, but definitely should hit the target and could have had a goal. But I think Fulkrug, he's probably with a couple of weeks training behind him. He's probably got to be pushing for a starting place now. And Antonio hasn't sparkled, so he really couldn't complain if he dropped down to the bench. Anyway, that's my quick rundown on what I thought of the game and some of the performances overall. You may or may not agree with me, and that's fine, but just let me know in the comment section what you think, what your analysis is on players and their performances. If you think I've got it wrong, then please let me know. Let me know where I've got it wrong and how you see it. And hopefully we'll see you all again soon. We're planning on bringing our Tuesday talk show back. So if you're about on a Tuesday evening, it'd be lovely if you could join us for our live and interactive show. And if you've enjoyed the content, please like and subscribe to the channel. And I will leave it there. And we'll hopefully see you Tuesday evening. Till next time, come on, your irons. To the